happening? What's happening, guys? Let's see, actually. What got going on with the audio right now? Right, there we go. Right. I tested this before, shouldn't I, chat, to be fair? Okay. Think we fixed it. I think so. Yeah, cool. Right. It sounds all right to me. The only thing is that we can't actually see the live chat right now, so give me 2 seconds and I'll pull that up. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all good. Let's see. Yes, what's happening? Good morning, Morel. Good morning, Daniel. Welcome, welcome. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Okay, so we do have a couple of things coming in for this afternoon. A couple of potential things. Now, remember yesterday we spoke about we had a couple of requests for GC1, I think it is, or GC exclamation mark, whether it's the gold futures contract. And we explained how we were looking to sell from the high that was placed, and then we wanted to see a reaction within there. Now, we actually saw a pretty nice setup occur from this area. Now, whether it's going to maintain long-term downwards trajectory or not, I can't actually tell at the moment. I'd like to think it will, but we're break even, so if it comes back up, we'll get taken out. Now, I was aiming for like a 1 to 5 on this, which is like here. But at the moment, we're not seeing anything that's telling us this is going to really expand down. Now, we also have potential here for a euro setup. We ran our 4-hour major low, so there's potential for the setup here. Also, do you remember the euro Japanese yen trade we showed you? Let me delete that. Look how well that ran. Took out the lows, tapped in, ran beautifully. Hasn't quite cleared the high, but ran so nice. So we can take a look at some other pairs. So there's definitely some chop coming in right now. We've got the UK Prime Minister refuses to back UK's Chancellor Reeves amid welfare fallout. Let me check that. I don't know what that is for. Where? Let me see. So how is everyone today? Do you even trade or just analyze? Yeah, we trade, dude. We trade. We trade. We took this sell yesterday. I showed everybody the break-even position in the Discord. Call in from here. Say make sure you go break even. Right there. See, this is the exact point that it triggered in. Exact point. Be a bit pointless, wouldn't it, if I didn't actually trade? Remember to hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. What is your strategy? The Orion trading system, my man. Feel free to check out the links down below and you'll find all the information and stuff you need. There's people in this chat. I mean, Daniel, for example, he learnt the system, or he's been learning the system for like 2 to 3 weeks, and he's already seeing consistent outcomes from it. So this is what I always say, you don't have to take my word for it and take what I'm showing you as something of relevance. Listen to what the people that are learning this system completely free are telling you. So it's the Orion trading system. We built it from the ground up with some of our students. A lot of the knowledge that I've carried over from previous trading systems, working with large investment firms. Just a collection of things that have come to ultimately lead us to this system. Remember, if you haven't already subscribed, guys, make sure that you do. Then you'll know when I'm going live. We're also going to be going back on TikTok soon. I think we should have our live access back by the end of today, I believe. This gold move starting to push back down now, which is good. And also, this was called out as an internal move by Daniel as well, I believe. That was you that marked that up, Daniel, wasn't it? You called an internal move because we ran the high in here. You've got an internal move, and ultimately it can offer up another entry that is also Asia high. It's like a 2-for-1. No volume running that high, so it's not really the best, but the principle is not to be able to predict what the market's going to do next, but having an understanding of what is most probable in terms of the market movement itself. Afternoon Void, what's happening, man? Hope you're good. Hope everyone's well. So, Euro running the lows here. Remember what we spoke about yesterday here? So we've got a cluster of lows down in this sort of area. You can see we've got our alert from yesterday, didn't get hit. But we're ultimately looking for price to either readjust. I'm not too sure what's going on with my mouse this morning. Either to readjust in here to go long, or a continuation down to contact here or here to then see that continuation up. Mainly it's just looking for that realignment of what price is already showing us, which is a longer term bullish direction. So we did have an order set here just before the Prime Minister started yapping. Then when he started talking, I thought it's probably best to leave that order out of the market, because you don't want to be getting involved while he's yapping like that. But a great example of the trade here, right there, that's a great example. The same scenario, it's the same scenario. You're running a low, you're seeing price action deliver a certain thing. In this case, you have fundamentals that are taking over. So you always have to be aware of this, and this is something that a lot of people struggle to be aware of, and that is the environment that they're in. It's always about the environment, right? You look a bit darker than the lighting. Yeah, I know, man. Apologies. I don't know why. It's really hard to like get the, you know, get the lighting. It's because I've got a window behind me, so it's like it's really awkward. Okay, we have some big volatility coming in from the US unemployment here. Big volatility. See, this is pushing gold up quite a lot now. I say quite a lot, not a huge amount, but it's pushing it up enough for us to be a little bit more concerned about the probability of the continuation down here. It's looking like it's going to come flying up. USD, Japanese yen continuing its bearish movement to the downside. Euro USD pushing up here, which is great. GU pushing up after the little tumble it took. Gold, yeah, struggling to clear the high, but I believe it is going to go long. And then we've got like U-Chef dropping, AU is pushing back up, Euro USD is pushing down, Euro British Pound pushing up quite rapidly, to be honest. Let's fix the like count. Yeah, come on, let's fix that like count. We've got 4 likes right now. I'm sure we can do better than that, right? I'm sure we can do better than that. It's just super awkward to like place it. Having a laptop on your lap is just not ideal, to be honest. I do have a dining room, like table and stuff like that we could use, but we do have the little one, so just come to the quietest room in the house. So then we don't have any disturbances. Okay, so we did run a little internal high here. Nothing too crazy. Gold is really expanding up to the highs now. I think we're probably going to get taken out of BE there, which is fine. There's a reason why we put our stops to break even. There's a reason why we don't take profit at certain points. There's a reason why everything happens. And the main thing is always because the system tells us to do it. I'm just having a little peek here. Nothing on that. Here's gold, look. So here our stops are around here. So we're not too far off, to be honest. I mean, this could just be an initial shock and then price actually adjust and go down. But we don't like to speculate on news. What's going on, Bruno? Hope you're good. Look like this could be a major spring on GU. I think you're right. I think you're right. So we've got 4 likes right now. Can we get those likes in the double digits? That's the question. Hit that thumbs up button and that will sort the likes out a little bit for us. GCAD just captured liquidity. Might be another push up. Possibly. We'll take a look at that. Yeah, we've got volatility because we've got the unemployment change for the USD came out. Well, they expected it to be 95k and it came out at 33k. So it came out 100. Oh, it came out, sorry, minus 33k. So it came out 128k less than what they thought, which is a big shift. And then in an hour, we've got the S&P Global. We also have the UK's Prime Minister talking at the moment. So let's go over to GCAD and take a look at GCAD here. I've been on GCAD for a while. GCAD has just taken out some liquidity. I see that. Got more liquid down here. Okay, so we can mark this up as dotted, go down to the 15-minute. Beautiful volume into that. It's also going to be, if it opens up now, it will be a perfect gap for New York Open, or I say New York Open, pre-New York orders, if you were. Remember, one session finishes, another starts. So it's not always based on the direct, how would I say, like the stock exchange opening, for example. You do have people entering trades before New York Stock Exchange opens, like pre-London, pre-New York. And if you go and look at this, especially Orion, it offers some very nice pre-session movements, which gives you a very good idea of what you should expect before the actual scenario itself. And I'll show you some examples of that here. Uh, so go back. Okay, let's go back. Okay, there isn't actually many scenarios on this for it. But the principle is this, it doesn't have to be New York Open exactly on the money. Seeing it beforehand can also work really nicely for like the understanding of price may develop into X move, may develop into Y move. Obviously, you'd have confluence to that with your understanding of liquidity and the points that Orion is obviously giving you. So we are going to do a video on liquidity and pivotals this week, and we're also going to be hosting an event for the VIPs on Monday morning, I believe. I have to double check that. This is an interesting one, this setup, because we take out the high, and then the first gap that's delivered is actually here, or the first candle, sorry, that delivers a gap is here. And that's where price action has moved from. So even though in terms of Orion, the validity of that is not necessarily there, the principle and the same structural narrative is So I do apologise for the contrast, guys. I know it's not the best. Let's see, actually, see if we can. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh yes. Here we go. That's made it much worse, isn't it? Okay, let's do some tweaks. Obviously, we'll have to change this back. You know, once making it look a bit washy, isn't it? That's the only problem. Ugh, I've gone green. Here we go. There we go. That's a bit better, right? A bit bright, but you can see it better now. Cool. There we go. Looking like I've got some crazy godly light behind me. It's just a window. Okie dokie. Remember, we were looking for a bullish run here on Euro, and we're seeing that bullish run thanks to the fundamentals. Obviously, again, it's not really ideal. You know, fundamentally driven move is fine, but the main principle is always going to be, are we going to be able to trade in that environment? A lot of the time, the answer to that question is no. Get rid of some smudges on my. I think that might have just made it worse. Let's see if we got. Just do it with my t-shirt quickly. There we go. Awesome. Much better. There we go. You can tell when I'm at home because the internet's so much crisper, like it works so much better. So we're still in this somehow. Somehow, we're still in this. So is there a particular point that we're looking for UJ to come to? Well, this point right here, we're looking for UJ to run that low. And the same as we had this, this is a good example here of daily lows being taken and then a counter move being given. So here with the daily low, price has taken it out, come down to the 15, and you can see an entry was delivered right here, but price doesn't tap into it. Again, this is not me showing you, look at all the money you could have made. It's me just reinforcing the the core principles, because like I've said before, we have many people that have learned the system for free over X amount of period of time, and they're able to capitalize on the movements that they're seeing just using the basic rule set that we have. It's all about simplicity. So remember, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Say hi in the chat if you want to. Obviously, you don't have to. What's going on, Samuel? Welcome. So what we're expecting now for the rest of the day with the price action we've just seen? Well, to be honest, especially with like gold, I think this is going to continue tracking higher for the liquid now. I could be wrong. This could have been just a short-term run, and now we're going to see an expansive move down, which is going to lead into our bias and obviously play into our scenario. But generally, once gold gets a little bit of movement in a certain direction, it likes to continue to follow that, and obviously that's due to the fact that you're seeing the, how would I say, the initial interest for a given movement. So generally people jump on the bandwagon with that, especially with something like gold. It's very heavily driven in terms of fundamentals and investments that take place. So at the moment we have a lot of potential shifts away from the dollar uh, because of the bill that's being passed. It puts the dollar on a bit of a pedestal and like it could easily fall. Let me know what you guys think. I've just been given an alert for British pound NZD. The alert was bearish entry, but that's way gone. Way gone. It's not a 4 hour low, is it? No. So we've got two 4 hour lows have been taken out. If we open up a space here, which is not looking likely by the way this is moving, but if we open up a space here, the potential for that expansive move up becomes a lot higher. What do you guys think for gold? Do you think we're shorting down more, or do you think it's going to just push down slightly and then expand? Let me know what you guys think. I feel like structurally it's shifting bullish. Yeah, I mean it's definitely on the table because I've said this before. Price action itself I believe that we're still in like a bullish directional movement. Yeah, so at the moment we are seeing a bit of a stop in price action here. No further expansions for a lot of pairs. We're seeing a slight pause. I mean, AU is moving crazy, but we're seeing a slight pause in a lot of the expansive moves that we had. So, for example, like Euro, we pushed up really heavily and now we sort of just paused. Same as GU, we pushed down really heavy and then we sort of paused for a second. Now, it does look like this could be continuing here in a second, which makes me believe gold might do something along the lines of what we spoke about earlier, where it will push up and then we might see a little run just to possibly continue that move again. Um, so to give you an idea, if we close above, today, so we don't come, not close above, sorry, but if we don't go to 3309.76, if we don't get down to that level today, we'll be bullish tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be bullish tomorrow on that. So that's a very important point to make, is we could have a bias shift. And if we have a bias shift, that obviously is going to just change the whole narrative, because structurally it looks like it could be bullish. And then we will be looking at price action actually giving us something um, that correlates directly with the Orion system. So that's perfect. What's going on, the bro? USD JPY longs look tempting. Gold, my eyes are set on 3321. Let's see, 3321. 3321. All right, I see you. Yeah. Below the lows, down in this low area. It's beautiful. And then you're also looking at potential longs on UJ. Obviously, our biases are slightly different, but that's not going to be dictating a short-term shift like I know you capitalize on. So can we just take a second to enjoy some of the entries here on UJ? Even though this was a incorrect direction in terms of the bias changed down here, we still had a beautiful run here. And then this trade right here was insane. The only problem is it was given to us at 6:30 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. Do we want to hold through the weekend? Not really. So it's not really ideal. But beautiful examples of Orion there. Literally beautiful examples. So when we get back on TikTok, guys, we're gonna have to be so careful with what we say, because last time we got completely banned for doing nothing more than what we're doing here on YouTube. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Zackle. So remember, like I said before, guys, don't just take my word for it. Ask the people in the chat, join the Discord, talk to the people in the Discord. You'll see a lot of people using the same methodology that I'm using. I'm going to get some tunes going here in a second. Alright, so we've consistently had double figures concurrent viewers, but we only have 5 likes on this stream. It's kind of crazy. You need to hit that thumbs up button for me, so I can see that you guys appreciate it. And like I said before, when you're tapping the little heart in the bottom, when you're um, interacting with the stream, it helps push our stream out to other people. So other people just like you've seen the way that Orion has helped you. We can find other people and help other people. Honestly, right now, apart from 4 minutes here, this is a quite a nice looking setup, to be honest. That is quite nice. Still need to wait for that candle to close, obviously, but if this stays above that level, if it doesn't tap into this red area, which looks like it's going to do, if it doesn't tap into that red area, then it's going to be valid for us to follow that long. Hey, kitty, come, come on, come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Get over here, you. She's like, nah, you'll be lucky. Come on, come up. I don't know if I've told you before, chat, the name of my cat. I don't know if you can guess it or not. Character out of a really well-known Disney film. Come on. She's not having it. She's not having it, chat. Ben? No, there's only 3 letters in her name. And it's a girl. I would say she's kind of a main character of one of the Disney films, and it's like a classic Disney film. I'll give you a hint. She's the only human in the film, I think. Yeah, the only human in the film, which is kind of wild actually when you think about it. That's not valid, unfortunately. Gold looking like it wants to do what I was explaining earlier. No clue. A clue? I could give you a clue. There's only two of the letters in the name are the same, and there's only three letters in her name. Look at that, that's like a scorch of lightning right there. I'll tell you, chat, it's Boo from Monsters Inc. Is there anything that you guys want me to take a look at? Look at that. Holy smokes. Woly, woly. That's crazy. That is crazy. Look at that. My gosh. So the thing is, as soon as the news came in, everything just, straight down. Not interested in giving any kind of mercy in any positions you're holding. But that's the market for you, to be honest. It's a brutal environment. I googled it and still got nothing. Yes, boo. I bet if you ask ChatGPT, let's see, well-known Disney movie with a character that is the only human in the film with a three-letter name. That don't make sense. What do you mean? Okay, the second you got it a second time, second one. There we go. It got it. So AI really is smarter than us right now. Crazy. You do that anyway. All right, how many likes we got right now? 5. 5. Come on, chat. We can do better than that. Remember all the links down below. If you want any of them, just take a look down below and you can find them. Seeing potential long there. Let's see. Time was that sent? 12:30 on Wednesday 25th. So that means my TikTok account should be 7 days old. Here. What's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. India World Power. Welcome. Good evening. Where are you from? I am from the UK, my friend. Yeah, I'm from the UK. We're coming up. This is what I was saying earlier. I believe we're going to take out this and this. I'm thinking. Running. It's raining. I'm so happy it's raining. Oh my gosh. Last night, for example, it was so hot. It was so hot. And I saw something as well actually that what time you coming live? A lot of the time it's like midday, about 12ish, give or take, generally the time. And same with TikTok. We're going to be going live on TikTok. Generally, we're going to be going live at a similar time. Thank you for joining, by the way. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. News is kind of, swayed things out a little bit. Cat takes up so much space in the bed. Crazy. Yeah, so Naz, we're looking for the gap to open up here, or something to be shown. So then we can look to follow that forwards, right? Another big day back testing tomorrow for me. Yeah, man. Good, 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 good. Love it, love it. Take it easy, brother. How much chart time? 5 minute, 15 minute? How much chart time? You mean what time frame are we on? We're on the 15-minute time frame. You can see it here. It says 15. That's our minutes. Overall, though, we got nothing going on here. We got nothing going on here. Nothing going on here. Gold, like we're still in, but just barely. I've pretty much written that off now. Nasdaq as well. We're looking for this to continue expanding up. U-Chef, we did take out some short-term highs, but no 4 hours. Thanks for the sub, I appreciate it. Big love. Gamer, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Okay, Rod, thank you for replying to my message. Of course, man. I reply to a lot of messages in chat. I don't reply to all, but I reply to most, or I try to anyway. Remember, you can join the Discord. You can do all of the good things that you would want to do with the links down below. Yeah, there's literally actually cat fur, crazy. There's literally a big old push from news earlier. Now we've got 35 minutes until we've got the S&P from CAD. So we're kind of chocked up this afternoon, to be honest. Obviously, we'd rather not be, but like, there's not really much you can do about it. It is what it is. Remember, like I said before, there is all of the links you could possibly need down below. Zaid, welcome. We got some seagulls on the roof. How long you been training for? Just over 4 years, mate. Just over 4 years, yeah. So a little while. But the main thing that I've said before, and I'll say it again, is what we do here at Pip Surfing Society, and what I do as well, is we let our systems do the talking. We're not going to flash a Lamborghini in your face. We're not going to flash, expensive watches in your face. But what we will do is we'll give you the tools to apply a system consistently, and then you're going to see the results for yourself. Yeah, you don't need to believe what I'm telling you or believe what someone else is telling you. You'll be able to learn the system and apply it yourself. And we're talking in like a matter of weeks. We're not talking like months of hardcore learning. Now, of course, there are months of learning that will follow on from the initial learning of the system because a level of experience is needed to sort of weather through all market environments. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. We've got what here? Let me see. 1 second. Euro. No, not euro. Sorry. Nasdaq. Still no gap formed yet, so nothing really there at the moment. Just chilling on that. Just gotta do something quickly. Did anyone take this euro setup? Euro JPY? It was beautiful. Creating a lot of self-doubt. So some of my advice to you, my dude, this is something to take note of, right? Your self-doubt will come from how much trust you have in your system. The amount of trust you have in your system is going to dictate the amount of trust you have in your actions in the market. So this is why we have a very strong policy on learn the rules, learn the system, test the rules, test the system, and then what you're going to have is a very solid relationship with your trading system. Then you can trade it, and it doesn't matter if you take a loss of the day, a win of the day, whatever, you're going to have confidence in that system. It's going to avoid that sort of emotional stage. It's going to avoid that FOMO stage, and it's going to put you in a much better position for long-term consistency. So I really would, if I was you, take the time, learn our system, join the Discord, and you can start to see that consistency as well. We've got all the links, all of the stuff that you could possibly need to just put in a bit of work and learn the system yourself and be consistent in your mindset and in your analysis. Wow, as if that's still there. No way. Look at that. Holy smokes. It's selling away. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. That's crazy. That is crazy. Just got rained on somehow. Crazy, dude. I don't reckon it's going to last long, to be honest, but we'll see. I literally have nothing to look at right now. Should we play a game of Contexio? Come on, let's play Contexio. Right, so you know how Contexio works, guys, right? Easy, easy, easy. All you do is where is it? Okay, right. Oh, no, we don't want that. All right, we're just gonna get rid of that quickly. 1 second, chat. Okay, yeah. Right, so Contexio, super simple. All you have to do, all you have to do is, here we go. Right, there we go. Right. So all you do is you guess a completely random word. Okay, you just guess a completely random word, and the Contexio game itself is going to tell you what that word scores. Okay, and depending on what that word scores depends on how far away we are from the actual word. So every single time you play is a different word. And for example, I mean, you can see it here. For example, if the word is man and you say woman, woman's going to have a really high score because it's relatively close to the word man in terms of what it means. Right, so I'll start things off and then you guys just follow in after me, right? Super simple. And some people, or a lot of people, sorry, join the stream and they go, "Oh, I'm meant to be trading. Why are you playing games on your screen?" Well, if you're actually a true day trader, you'll know that there is a lot of time that you don't actually trade. And this is one of those times. We're not actually trading, we're waiting for a couple of things to play out. We've got our alerts set. If something happens, we will know. Okay? There's no point us staring at a chart for 10 minutes when there's nothing for us to do. If an alert goes off, we'll be aware of it. So if you want to give me some words in chat, that would be awesome. And I'm going to start things off with a classic word that we all know, which is trade. Okay, trade is 832 away from the actual word. Now, our record on this is 34 guesses, by the way. So if we can get less than 34 guesses, we'll beat the all-time score that we have as a community. So just any word at all. Okay, so we can do trade, and then because that's relatively, the context is there, let's do market. So market is even closer. So trade, market, what are we looking at now? Let's say like gold, miles away. Party, still. So market trades, that's the kind of trajectory we're looking for. We're looking for a continuation towards the most probable word. So if you are in the stream right now, make sure you drop a little guess in the chat. We've got our alerts set, so we'll know if anything happens that's worth looking at in the market. So I'm gonna do sales. Sale, no. Shop, no. Come on, chat. Don't let me play this on my own. Learn to disconnect from the market sometimes. Just learn to disconnect, and then we can reconnect when it's time. Yeah. So I'll set our alert again, just so you guys. So we're in here. Our time frame, money in. Yeah, sure. There we go. So let's do goods. Okay. Gold. That's already been guessed. Oh, stupid. Clothes. Nope. Farm. Miles away. Market. Park. Juice. Nope. Fruit. Nope. Food. Drink. Nah, so miles away. Need your help, chat. Need your help. What could that be? It's got to be like market, trade, market, swap. Ah, people, people, salesman, no, seller, parent, friend. So people, market, football. No, uh, damn, Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll do Bitcoin. Let's go. We'll do Bitcoin. All right. Makes me think it's not Bitcoin because of. Sorry, I don't know this word. Um, people is the top answer right now. Market, people, auction. No, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. So I'm thinking, guys, it's gonna have to be like the catch definitely had a crazy dream. Be like king, queen. Nah. Market, person, owner, shop, keeper. Nah. So far away. Child. School? Nah. College. Hmm. University. Nah, we're so far off. Probably help if I was better at it, right? Artist. Builder. It's hard, man. It's a tricky one. Person. Market person people. Dad. No, miles away. We'll come back to that because that's a tricky one right there. But the closest one we have is people. Alright, so we just wait. We've got another 13 minutes until this candle closes, so nothing. Also nothing on Euro. Also nothing on GU. Nothing on USD JPY. Gold, we're just sitting. Nasdaq, we're just covered. There's nothing on USD Chef. There is potential for a gap to open up here on AU to then go bullish. But where's the 4-hour high? I believe it's relatively close. It's here. So not enough. We can take it anyway if you want to, but can we get our lights into double digits? That's the question. That's the question. All right. We need, I think it's like 4 more hours on our account here, and then we can go live. TikTok Studio. Not valid. Potential for this though. Still potential for this. Okay. Right, what's the time? What we got? Right, we're hour and 25 minutes. Cool, right. Then we're going to wrap it up there, guys. There's not really much to talk about. There's not really much to say. We haven't really been doing much, have we? Because it's pretty quiet. And we've got like 5 minutes left until a potential entry here. If the gap stays open, look to follow that long. Yeah. Obviously, be cautious. We've got CAD news in 5 minutes. So personally, I think it's best to wait, to get involved. But it can still remain valid, can't it, if price pushes up and then comes back to it when news isn't playing out. So yeah, just pay attention to it. Keep everything aligned with, the Orion system. Remember, join the Discord, all the good stuff. You can find all the links down below in the description. And I'll see everyone in tomorrow's live stream. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you all very soon.